Karim, please join me on stage. Thank you for coming, Karim. So, just for the backstage story, I met Karim just what 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, in China, Shenyang. Yeah, because he doesn't look like, but he's from Africa actually, but he goes to China. So we were discussing all these new ways of where the civilizations are actually going, and I found what you are actually experiencing in Senegal, because you are actually based in Senegal, and you came especially for us today. So thanks again. I'm really happy you could make it. How are you managing that? And in fact, I have the feeling that in Western Europe specifically, we're now losing ground, and you're taking advantage, guys, there in Africa, in the ways you're working and collaborating and having these new areas where you co-work. So could you share with us what's going on there, so we could just copy you, actually?
Thank you. So as you said, I'm coming from Senegal. I'm based there. Actually, I'm French, Malian, Lebanese, and coming from originally from Senegal. So quite international mindset. What Africa can bring, and especially in the new kind of working, especially when you see that picture and there's a bunch of villages like that. The interesting thing is we say that, okay, Africa is just representing 2% of the worldwide economy now. Okay, this is a fact. But the thing is, Africa is booming now. A new Africa is emerging. You can see the mobile revolution, for example. People have talked about mobile banking, for example. 20% of the GPD of Kenya is passing through M-Pesa in 2010. Can you imagine? So you have a terrific jump of technology. And actually, Africa have proven and demonstrate the capacity to adopt and master technology. Now, so even can be mobile, can be other kind of technology, even the smart grid. I've seen some smart grid experiences in the rural area in Africa. So this is first. The thing is, we need to put in context. The context now is a context of crisis. We have an unprecedented global crisis running now. We can't anymore staying no longer and saying, okay, I can do my stuff alone there and without taking care about what's happening out there. We are all interconnected. That's something very important. We're interconnected financially, economically, socially, whatever. So you can name it. I mean, the thing we have in Africa, we still have the spirit of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is what? Ubuntu is we are, I am because you are, and therefore we are. The thing is, it's the thing, the humanity, actually, that's, we can no longer be human alone. We can be human because we are with others, because we interact with others. That's the thing. But to interact, networking is not enough. Networking, as we know now, is just some soft link, but we need to move to strong links to do community and to build a community, a real global community actually, and work together. Mobility is becoming a way of working now. People are working alone more and more. Some figures shows that corporation will just get 40 to 50% just in the usual way of the traditional workspace. It will shift to flexible mobility workers and all that kind of stuff. We're turning into that creative economy where creative worker, knowledgeable worker can work at home, can work beyond the sea, can work remotely, even from here. So this is interesting because that's why also you have this Ubuntu open source. Actually, I'm an open source activist also. And this open source community is one of the first community to work globally, but also with a new paradigm in the economy. You know, even Bill Gates are calling for a new creative economy. It's quite impressive. You have Otto Schammer from MIT who's working on what he called capitalism 3.0. So you have a lot of people thinking now how we can shift and do a new kind of approach that will link us as human people and bring human concern in the economy. And that's very important in that context of crisis, even with this digital world. A new way of working actually is the co-working. Co-working is made for creative people. You can be alone, but you can come to a place. It's not about office sharing. It's not about coming and rent a place to work. It's to work around a community. So you come, you still get your individuality, but you interact with others, and then you improve yourself. You know that innovation is coming also from serendipity situation. So also is a space where you can interact and get a lot of innovation because you're mixing yourself and you interact with others. Another African proverb is saying, actually, if you want to go fast, walk alone, and if you want to go far, work with others. Actually, it's all about that. We want to go far, so let's work together. Let's work together, but to build community, to interact more than just network, which is the first step. This is the theory of emergence, saying how shifts are coming from living system. And second step is people interacting with the same vision, with the same objective, and that's what we need now, because to find solution, even technological, like Toshiba bringing things from Japan to here in France and other places, we need to work all together to find solution for the global problem we are facing now. And for that, we need to build network, but more than the network, we need to build community who will interact and think in the like-minded people working together in space with innovation, and we think that co-working is working on that. And third step is a shift, we appear what we call emergence. And it's happening now in the co-working. The co-working movement has started in 2006. Actually, it was in San Francisco. We have around more than 800 co-working places now in the world, but it's going very quickly. The people are now at the stage 2 because we're more organizing ourselves around groups, Google groups, around organizing events to more focus on how to build a bigger and stronger movement. So it's improving. In West Africa, we have opened the first co-working space of West Africa, Jokkolabs actually, and we were just 4 in Africa. Now we already 16, and it's coming more as Google and other players are coming and pushing for that. But more than that, new people thinking of the new solution and for a better world, and actually for the paradigm needs to shift. I call them the entrepreneur. I mean, it's coming from Teilhard de Chardin theory, you know, of this collective intelligence we need to move. We need new entrepreneur who will be more than just an entrepreneur working for profit. We'll get an entrepreneur who wants to build connection, international, we be globally connected, but locally encouraged, and anchor, I mean, a local anchor. And with a responsibility in thinking of future generation, social responsibility, and all this. This is the entrepreneur, and we need to now build a big community of worldwide community. Actually, Jokkolabs is coming to France more, and it's very funny. I mean, even in this forum, I met 2 people from my network I didn't know before. One is Christopher. He was just coming because we are organizing also the Mobile Monday in Dakar. So it's part of my network, but now it's more building community because we can meet face-to-face and then interact and be more connect. And another one is the Mutinerie in France, is a co-working space in Paris. So it's very interesting.
Also joining here, yeah, absolutely.
So that's the idea.
Okay. Well, there we are. I mean, it's a new way of thinking, and all things are coming together. We see that it's a new way of seeing the world and civilization, the way we're going to this future that we are able to shape, actually.
And it's very important because, you know, between few years, population will be first India, second China, and third Africa.
Yep.
Africa is already 1 billion people.
Yep.
So that's why, for example, Google went out of US and saying, okay, future of internet will no longer be US. So we need to think how people will, the new users will come. You know?
Absolutely, and things are changing fast, so we need to think faster.
In Jokkolabs, we have 14 nationalities.
14 nationalities.
14, including France, Canada, and US.
Okay.
So
Okay. Great deal. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Karim, for sharing that with us, actually. And well, we will have a talk later on because I think this is a passionate subject. Okay. Thank you very much.